Hello everyone, I am Tom Chauhan and you are watching The Technical Fist, and in this video we will solve all of these 4 questions that I gave you in the previous video of conditional statements. So we are gonna solve these questions one by one. First let me know if you guys are having my audio clearly. After that we will start. So please let me know in the comment box if you guys are getting my voice clearly. Alright, I guess the voice is clear. Alright, so let's start with this video. Okay, so the first question over here is take input from user, test whether it is even or odd. So that is good. Alright, we can easily solve this by using the single if else statement. This will be like we need to take input from user and test whether it's even or odd. So what we're gonna do is Alright, so what we are going to do is wait, I think there is some issues with the recording. I guess alright, I think everything is right now. Just give me one more moment. Come on. I think, wait, do we have an internet? No, we don't have any internet issues. The live stream is going well. I don't think there is any issue with that. All right, but I'm getting some messages over here regarding not being able to. All right, everything is working fine now. Okay, it's tested, right? Okay, everything is working fine, and we are going to solve these questions one by one. Thank you for staying with us. So first question is to take input from user and test whether it is even or odd. So what we are going to do is we are going to first take input from the user. So what we will do is we will do like say number, because we are going to take a number from the user, eval input and enter a number. Okay, and then we will check whether it is even or odd. So we're going to say like if number module 2. What module basically does is it checks, it finds the remainder of the number. Okay, so what this will do is it will divide 2 with the number and give us the remainder. So if the remainder is equals to 0, that means if the module is equals to 0, we want to print it is an even number, because even number are divisible by 2. And then we're gonna, if in else statement, we will say it is an odd number, because if it is not even, that means it is odd. So it is an odd number. Let's run this and see what happens. Okay, we are asked to enter a number. We are going to input like 3. 3 is an odd number. That's right. Let's do it again. Okay, now I'm going to input an even number. So I'm going to input 8. 8 is an even number. That's right. So this is how you can check whether a number is even or odd. Let's move on to the next question. Next question is take values of width and height of a rectangle from user and check if it is square or not. So we have to check whether a rectangle is square or not. So for that, what we will do is we will take the width from the user, again eval input enter width, and we're going to take height. So here goes the height. Okay, so we took width and height from the user, and now we need to check if it is equal or not, because in square width and height is equal. So we will check like if width equals to height, print it is a square, otherwise it is not a square. So we will print it is not a square. Yeah, that's right. Okay, Um, all right, so now if I run this, we will see. Okay, wait, let me comment out the previous one so that it don't run over and over again. So I'm going to comment it out. Now let's run this. Okay, now we need to input width. I'm going to input width as 500 and I'm going to input height as 500, and it will tell us like it is a square. And if it is not a square, its width and height will differ. So I can say like width is 500 and height is say 200, then it is not a square. So as you can see, it is pretty easy. Conditional statements are really easy in Python, and you can basically get the solution of this exercise, all of these solutions, in the description below. I will, after this live stream, I will put the solutions after 5 to 10 minutes. Okay, so moving on to the third question, it is saying like take input of age of 3 people by user and determine oldest and youngest among them. So what we need to do is we need to find out which one of these 3 guys is oldest and youngest. So for that, what we will do is we will first check for oldest and then we will check for youngest. There will be 2 conditional statements which will check for oldest and youngest. So first we will do like if, okay, first we need to take input. I totally forgot about taking inputs. So take ages. So I'm gonna say like person 1. So let's take his age, eval input, enter age of person 1. I'm gonna do it real quickly this time. So it's person 2 and person 3. Okay, so now we asked age of 3 persons. Now we need to check which one is oldest. So we will do like if person 1 is greater than person 2, and because this both conditions should met. If we wanted to check like if is person 1 older than any of them, then we would use or, but over here we have to make sure that person 1 is oldest among 2 and 3. So we will check like person 1 is greater than 2 and person 1 is greater than person 3. So now what this says is, this says all right, person 1 should be greater than 2 and person 1 should be greater than 3. That means person 1 is bigger than 2 and 3. That means he is the oldest one. So we will print person 1 is oldest. Okay, and then in elif statement we will do like we will check for person 2. We will check like person 2 is greater than person 1 and person 2 is greater than person 3. Okay, now what this is saying is age of person 2 is greater than person 1 and person 3. That means person 2 is the oldest. So I'm just gonna copy paste this print command and just gonna change this number. So person 2, and that leaves the else, because no, not else, we will have to use elif still. So what is happening over here is we're gonna check like if person 1 is greater than person 2 and 3, if person 2 is greater than person 1 and 3, if person 3, because both could be equal, so that will not cover this case. So if person 3 is greater than person 1 and person 3 is greater than person 2, okay, we're gonna print that up. So this is how you will basically check if all 3 of them are the eldest. Okay, so now let's check for the youngest one, because this will print out which one of them is the oldest and this will check which one of them is the youngest. One shortcut that I'm going to take over here is I'm just going to copy this and paste it. Now what is happening over here, it's this condition is checking for the oldest one and we have to check for the youngest one. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to change this greater than sign to this small sign. Now what is happening over here is it's saying like if person 1 is less than person 2 and person 1 is less than person 3, print this. If person 2 is less than person 1 and person 2 is less than person 3, print this. And if person 3 is less than person 1 and person 3 is less than person 2, that means person 3 is smaller than 1 and 2. That means person 3 is the youngest. So I'm going to change it. Yeah, one more thing. If you want to know how I select multiple words together, it is a shortcut key on Windows that is Alt plus J. It only works in PyCharm or any other IntelliJ product. So on Windows machine, you can do this Alt plus J, and you will be able to select the same word wherever it is available. So that's another bonus for you guys. Now moving on to the fourth question, which is the last question of this exercise. A student will not be allowed to sit in exams if his attendance is less than 75. So what we need to do over here is we need to calculate the student's attendance in percent. And how will you do that? We have to figure out the total number of classes that held in the school and the total number of classes that he took in the school. So first we will get the total number of classes that held in school. So total classes held. Okay, so we're gonna take the input, like enter total number of classes held in school. Okay, and then we are gonna take the total classes that is attended by the student. So I'm gonna input it like enter total number of classes attended by the student. So we will get the total number of classes attended and total number of classes held. Now we need to find the percentage of this. So we will say percent is equals to total classes attend divided by total classes held, and we have to multiply the result with 100, and this will get us the percentage. Now we've got the percentage. All we need to do is to use a simple if else statement and just output the result. So if percent is greater than 75, or I should say less than 75, okay, because over here we said like attendance is less than 75, so we have a condition over here, and that's how you figure out whether there is a condition or not in a question. So attendance is less than 75, so percentage is less than 75. We have to print you cannot sit in the exams as your percent is too low. Okay, otherwise he can sit in the exam. So I can say like you can sit in the exams as your percent is fine, or I should say attendance. Whoops, yeah. So let's replace percent with attendance. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so we added a check over here for whether a student can sit in the exam or not. Oh wait, I think I didn't display the solution for this one. Okay, wait for a second, you there. Let's move back to the number 3 and let's execute this one first and see what happens. Okay, I'm really sorry, I forgot to demonstrate the solution for this one. Okay, so over here, as you can see, it is asking us for entering the age of all 3 of the persons. So I'm gonna do it over here is like, let's enter person 1 age is 23, person 2 is 34. So right now person 2 is the eldest one, and 18 for person 3. So the output should be person 2 is the oldest one and person 3 is the youngest one. Hit enter. Person 2 is the oldest and person 3 is the youngest. That's it. Okay, so that's how this will work. You can try different combinations over here, and let's move on to the solution of number 4 that we have just solved. Let's execute this one and see what happens. Okay, all right, back to the number 4 where we have to find whether a student is eligible to sit in the exams or not. So we found the total classes held by the student and total classes attended by the student, and then we found the percentage of that, and then we checked like if percent is less than 75, you cannot sit in the exams as your attendance is too low. Otherwise you can sit in the exams, your attendance is fine. So let's run this and see what happens. All right, we have to enter total number of class held in school. So for the sake of this tutorial, I'm just going to keep it simple. So 100 is the total number of classes and it should be 75%. So if I input 75, it is the 75%. You can sit in the exam as your attendance is fine because it is on the edge. It should be less than 75. Then we will not let the student to sit in the exam. So let's input something which is less than 75. So 100 and less than 75, say 32. 32 is the percentage of attendance. He's not a good student. He always spends his time in playground. So hit enter. You cannot sit in the exams as your attendance is too low. You should have paid attention to the classes. Okay, so that's it for this video tutorial. These were the all four questions. I will post their answer in the descriptions below after some time, so you can come back and check it back later, okay, and find the solutions. In the next video we will study about the looping and more exciting stuffs in Python. So make sure you hit the subscribe button because it is really important for you, so that you get notified when our next video will come. It's not just about programming. If you are just a normal guy who loves to stay connected with the technology, you can still subscribe to our channel. We put general topic videos as well that you may get interested into. So don't forget to subscribe our channel if you haven't yet, and hit like button of this video. And if you face any difficulties understanding this video or any other tutorial of this series, let us know in the comments box below, because this is really important for you guys to help you land a job. Okay, thanks for watching. Have a good day.